Introduction to Mooting for the South African National Schools Moot Court Competition. The National Schools Moot Court Competition is a team-based competition. The first step is to have 2 team members. You and your team member will work together throughout the competition and as co-counsel for either the applicant or the respondent. The competition is divided into 2 main phases. In the first phase, teams prepare written arguments, essays, where you write for both the applicant and respondent. In the second phase, the 2 team members speak before a simulated court in the provincial rounds. Finally, the top teams get to argue at the Constitutional Court of the Republic of South Africa before a diverse panel of judges, including those of the Constitutional Court itself. Phase 1, Essay Writing. The written submission is intended to provide an outline of your client's case. It sets out arguments and the supporting authority with which you aim to persuade the judge. How do you write your essay? When writing your arguments, your submissions must flow and have a logical structure. Each submission must have its own introduction, body, and conclusion. The best way to construct a persuasive submission is to use the IFREC method. Issues. Identify the issues raised by the case study at hand. Facts. Identify the parts of the fact relevant to a submission you are trying to make. Rule. Identify the rules of law that apply to your case. These may be legislation or case law. Application. Apply the rules to the facts. Conclusion. Bring together all the steps and show how you have proven your case. The structure of written submissions. Start with your strongest argument. This is usually the argument that has the most authority to support it and can stand on its own without other arguments having to back it up. What if you can't find case law that supports your arguments? When all you can find are judgments that are against your client's case, a good strategy is to distinguish between the facts of those previous judgments and the case you are arguing. General tips for written submissions. Don't be satisfied with your first draft. Finish in time to allow yourself to revise your submission. Quality over quantity. Argue a few points in great depth rather than making many superficial points. Remember to read and follow the rules. Phase 2, Oral Advocacy Rounds. This is the most thrilling part of the moot. Remember that an oral moot is a conversation between the mooter and the judges who are the audience. As such, oral advocacy skills and court etiquette in general is key. Persuasion is all about how you say and not what you say. Since you're having a conversation and not making a speech, speak to and not at your audience. Avoid reading from your prepared script, as you will have to engage with the audience. Maintain a formal but not aggressive demeanor towards the judges. The best way to achieve this is to rest your arms on the podium, maintain eye contact, nod occasionally, and smile. Use your voice to make your case. Speak slowly to allow the listener to follow, but loud enough to be audible without shouting. Vary your tone to allow your voice emphasis. Always remember to manage your time. Have short versions of your arguments ready in case you run out of time. Tips for orals. Rehearse. Practice your presentation out loud in front of a mirror while keeping track of the time in order to get well acquainted with your submissions. Remember, the judges are testing how well you know the facts of the case and the law applicable to its resolution. So the answer to questions will always be in the facts or law you researched. Do not be afraid to ask for clarification when you do not understand the question. Also, do not get intimidated by questions. Answering questions is your opportunity to shine. Address the judges as Honorable Justice or Justice, and the full bench as this court. Remember to be deferential to the bench, as they are not your peers. Dress appropriately in your school uniform for the court.
That's how you can best position yourself to be a successful mooter. Learn and enjoy the experience.